Hey, how's it going?
Good. Does this mic work okay?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't sure
It's
if
not
this
as
mic
loud as
would
it
work.
normally is, but it's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm driving to Utah to go ride dirt bikes, so I don't have very good internet. I'm just on my cell phone.
Okay, I couldn't hear that part though.
How's this? Is that
I
better?
can hear it just fine. I
Okay.
mean, it's quieter, but I can hear you.
I'll just keep the microphone close to my
Just
face.
kidding. We're good.
How's your guys' week?
It was pretty good. I don't know. I worked a lot, which is fine. Like I got more hours at one of my jobs. They like called me in the morning and were like, well, like they asked me one day if I could come in early the next day, so that was fun. And then I found out, so we got a new boss at one of my jobs, and a lot of people dropped hours, but I went up an hour, so that was kind of fun. I was like, hey, I'll take what I can get, you know? But
Where do you work?
at Staples.
Oh, nice.
Did anybody hear from Jake if he wasn't going to make it?
I haven't heard anything.
He hasn't texted that like the link didn't work or anything. But
Yeah, I don't know.
Guess we'll give him a couple minutes and see if he texts back or shows up.
Yeah.
I guess we can just start. He hasn't replied or anything.
Yeah, let's just go for it. He can hop in whenever he gets on. If he gets on.
Okay, I've got our group thing pulled up. And I'll read my
Awesome.
example.
Okay.
So I did Scotch Inc., a privately held U.S. corporation that sells household tape and other office goods, had $3.5 million in revenue in 2016. Its owners decided at the end of 2016 they will file an exempt Regulation A securities offering of $500,000. They qualify for the less intensive filing requirements and provide notice to the SEC as required 20 days prior to the offering date.
Sounds
I
good.
feel like mine's basically almost the exact same name. I just made up Evans Electrical Company. He used a little bit smaller numbers, but it was almost the word for word the exact same example.
Yeah, I essentially just took the definition out of the book and made it work.
Exactly.
Yeah, mine's not as specific because it was a little confusing. And I like tried to look up other stuff like on the internet and it wasn't really making sense. So I basically said like Beauty Products Incorporated is a corporation in the United States and wanted to make an issuer's public offering of $17 million from May 2017 to the end of April 2018. During April 2017, they notified the SEC of their offerings and include information about the issuer and securities as well as a reason for the issue. Because Beauty Products Incorporated is not issuing rights to oil, minerals, or gas, they are covered by Regulation A and are considered exempt. So I don't know. Hopefully it works. Whatever.
Sounds good to me.
He said he's running late, but I don't know how late.
They say might as well just keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. So got our names. I'll do the link. Okay, so our example. Let me go grab our topic, put that in there. I was telling my bosses how ours is always like way hard or like way confusing. Like last week, I think I was telling her when we were having a hard time finding an article.
Yeah.
She did securities work. Like she worked at the SEC for a while. So did the other attorney I worked for. So then today I was telling her, like, are you kidding me? Like, what the heck is a Regulation A security? And she's like, what is Group 1's question? So I send her that one, and they're like, she's like, preferred stock? That's way easier.
I know.
I know.
I wasn't making it up. Group 1 always has it way easier. Like, they get harder as the group numbers get bigger. Like,
I think whoever writes them, just like whatever the first thing comes to their mind is like Group 1. By the time they're like Group 7, they're like, let's find a weird definition somewhere.
I know it starts out as like vocab words, and then ours is
Yeah.
some like in-depth things. So
It's like the one week where it was like, give an example of a business. Or it was like, give an example of a corporation.
yeah.
Find this type of business scenario when the lawsuit is filed in order to, and it was just like this bogus off the wall.
Yeah. Okay, what is our example going to be?
I like
Don't use
yours.
mine
I thought it
'cause
was
it's
right on
terrible.
money.
Is it too, like, do I
The only
give
thing I worry
too
about
much
is it being
away
too long
in
because he
it?
drops things down.
Yeah, he does cut all of our.
Yeah, that's what.
I think it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean, we just need an example. We don't even need to use the example for the question necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just put that in there. Okay, then the explanation of our example. So this example demonstrates the requirements that the company wanting to offer exempt. Regulation A securities has to be a U.S. or Canadian corporation. What was the revenue amount? Is it 5 million or less? What was the?
How much they can generate?
Yeah.
It depends. There's two tiers. There's tier 1 is 20 million or less in 12 months, and the other one is 50 million or less. But the different tiers have different regulations.
Right. Okay. So the company wanting to offer has to be a U.S. or Canadian corporation, make less than the revenue limit per tier, and provide notice to SEC 20 days prior. Okay. What is question?
Let's see.
Could we just do what are the requirements? What are the requirements to do a Regulation A security offer, and just do all three of the requirements and then an all of the above answer? Well,
Yeah, I swear there was one of those a few weeks ago because I missed it 3 different times.
and then in the explanation, you can just put for all of them why they're wrong. You can just put true, but all of the above, true, all of the above, true, all of the above. Just put that repeated in each.
Okay. So, we could put which. So we can either do what are the requirements or which one is not.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking because we haven't done one that's set up like that.
We have 3 right answers. Super easy. Which?
What's up, Jacob?
Hey guys.
Let's see. Which? Okay, which of the following is not a requirement of a exempt regulation? Sorry, I have the hiccups. Securities.
You're fine.
Question mark? Okay, correct answer. So what's going to be our wrong answer? Pull something out of the book. Does somebody have their textbook?
I got mine right here.
And figure out something that it doesn't require. I guess it has to make, they have to make over 50 billion or whatever that limit is and make it wrong.
There you go.
I have to
It was 10 million in assets, wasn't it? Oh.
What was that? Sorry.
I think I know the answer, but I think it's worth looking up to make sure it's not. Make sure you're not totally off.
Oh.
Is it Bluetooth? No, it's called that. Yeah.
We could do something about the accountant review that it talks about on that second page there. It says that, let's see, if the company's crowdfunded revenue is under $100,000, then there's no accountant review required. But if it's between $100,000 and $500,000, then you have to have a CPA firm independently review the financial statements. But if they want to raise more than $500,000, it has to have an independent audit. So we could do something like,
We could say all required.
how it has to have a review no matter what dollar amount is being raised, or I don't know, something like that. But
That works. Okay, so which of the following is not a requirement? An independent CPA firm must always review, audit, and approve the offering.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard question. I'm reading it right now, and I'm just trying to make sure that I remember it well enough that I can get it right on the quiz.
An independent CPA firm must always review, audit, and approve the amount prior to the offering. That sounds legit, right?
Yeah.
Feedback. Incorrect. Depending on the dollar amount of the offering, may or may not require an independent review.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Okay. And wrong answer 1 is the company must be a U.S. or Canadian corporation. What's feedback on that one? Correct. This is a requirement. Like, is that just what we put?
But it, yeah.
No.
Yeah, just say like the corporation must be in the United States or like a Canadian or United States corporation in order to be covered by the Regulation A.
Damage next 7 miles.
Okay. Wrong answer 2.
Wait, what'd you say? I said Utah.
What was the other one? Okay, yeah, it has to be U.S. corporation.
It has to be a U.S. corporation. It has to be filed and like accepted by the SEC, right?
Yeah.
And then there's like a dollar limit they can raise.
Okay, so we can do
which they can put out.
has to provide 20 days notice to the SEC prior to the offering date. And we can
Yeah,
put
prior to the first offering.
it has to be privately held, not publicly.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. So the second one, the corporation must provide 20 days notice to the SEC prior to offering. And then the same thing, incorrect. This is a requirement in order to be an exempt regulation
Wait, that would be the half.
offering. Okay.
Honestly, what do they do? It's like the semi. It's not. Probably just some
Okay, then wrong answer 3 was the corporation must be privately held.
Yeah.
They were used to be. Yeah. Fine with me. 15 miles per gallon.
And same feedback. Okay. That looks good then. Jacob, if you want to tell us your example, and then if you have any questions about this, we can go over it.
I didn't do an example this week. I read up on it. I mean, I was Googling Regulation A and trying to find it in the textbook and all that coming home from work, but I was behind, so I didn't make an example this week. Sorry, guys.
No, that's fine. This is the one. So this is what we, Peyton and I had similar. So did Allison. We essentially just like took the definition and came up with like a fake company that sells things.
Cool.
So for ours, quiz question is which of the following is not a requirement of an exempt regulation and securities offering? So the correct answer is an independent CPA must always review, audit, and approve the amount prior to the offering. So that's wrong because depending on the dollar amount, they don't always have to. And then the wrong answer, which is actually technically correct, but it's not, instead of which one is required. The company must be a U.S. or Canadian corporation. 2, the corporation must provide 20 days notice to the SEC prior to the offering. And 3, the corporation must be privately held. So we just took the definition and then asked which one is not required.
Awesome.
So one thing about Apple Music, they don't like
Is that-
artists instead of like shuffling and stuff.
Okay, I got that done. I'll add our link. Group 7, week 10. Okay, did anybody else have any questions or anything? Good.
Nope.
We're good to go.
I don't think so.
Okay, I will add the link and then I will submit this on iLearn and post the link and then we're good.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Good.
Thanks, Lexi.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
All right, see you next week.
See
Okay,
ya.
have a good one.